This is how my hybrid role as an SLP and an LX designer came about. I was working at a company that provided deaf and hard of hearing services to kids and adults. And they provided services like speech pathology, but they also provided services like Auslan training and deaf awareness training. And these were delivered by deaf staff, as they should. But even though those trainers had really great content skills and teaching skills, they didn't have backgrounds in resource development or the creation of slides and training materials and such. And I had experience creating professional development resources and workshops from a previous job. So I put my hand up to work with those staff members on those projects, and it made more sense to use someone like me who could communicate with them in Auslan rather than hiring an LX designer who couldn't sign, because that would be a bit complicated. So that was my foot in the door as an LX designer. And I started out just creating presentation slides, training resources, and posters. But my existing skills only took me so far, so that's when I started the course in digital media design so I could get better at asset creation. And as my skills grew, I got to take on new projects and my role ended up growing as well. So around that time, our website was getting redesigned and we wanted it to be accessible in Auslan for our deaf clients. So we created a ton of videos that had the Auslan translations of the website text, and these all needed editing, but we realized we couldn't use just any old video editor because they wouldn't be able to understand what was being signed in the videos. And I had just finished my very first subject on video production. So I put up my hand to take on the role of video editor. So I got to build up those skills, and I am very proud to say that those videos are still on the website today. And so this pattern just continued. Every time my skills grew, my role grew as well. So my next major project was setting up Little Auslan Academy, and this involved a whole bunch of skills, including service design, curriculum design, lesson planning, resource development, etc. And we ended up getting a Good Design of the Year award and being interviewed on TV. Definitely a career highlight. And around then, I had finished my course in digital media, so I decided to jump straight into the learning design course. And again, as my skills grew, so did my role. So through my course, I learned how to create e-learning courses, and my first e-learning project that I took on was a course for swim teachers who worked with deaf students. And as you might expect, my first project was not all smooth sailing. I was project manager and LX designer, and having very new skills in both of those areas, the project was late to be delivered and the budget completely blew out. But we ended up with this amazing course, and the feedback from learners was so positive. And then again, as time moved forward, my skills grew and my role grew. So the most recent cool thing that I did was we partnered with the company in Norway to adapt their sign language learning app to the Australian context. And I got to head up that project and work on the curriculum design and collaborate with our amazing deaf consultants and signers to develop the app. And we ended up getting the Australian Good Design of the Year Gold Award for that. Another major career highlight. So if you're looking to branch out from speech pathology into LX design, maybe you could start out like I did by approaching your current workplace and just saying, hey, I'm keen on creating some resources or PDs or workshops, and see what they say.